Welcome back to Prost. I'm the Gnarly Gnome. It's been a really long day, so I need a big drink for this one. I could go booze. I mean, we've got some great booze here, and I need to probably do that in the near future, but that's not tonight. I still just kind of want a beer. But luckily I've got something in the fridge that kind of meets that bill perfect. I need something big and boozy and still a beer. So this is also a brewery that I don't drink nearly enough of on this show. It's also in a bottle, which I don't drink a lot of bottles on this show. It's also waxed, which means it is not always the easiest to get into this beer. But we've got barrel-aged Operation Flintlock. It's a barrel-aged Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels. Barrel-aged, aged in bourbon barrels. Okay. With coffee, vanilla, and lactose. Clocks in at 13.5%. Meets that boozy factor just perfect. It is a collaboration beer, too. A portion of this beer's proceeds are donated to the Marine Corps Reserves Toys for Tots. I don't see a date anywhere on this, but I know it is aged a little bit. That's all I can tell you. We'll try it. I need to get into this wax, though. Luckily, I always have a knife on hand to hack into these things. Some breweries have much easier wax than others. Oh, this is good crumbly wax. So we just hack away. Just get enough in there that you can then get a bottle opener. Now, we do have to mention some of the crap that Listermann has been getting about foamy bottles. I have never had that issue. So if this starts foaming on me because it's an adjuncted barrel-aged stout, well, then I will be proven wrong. Oh, I didn't hack off enough here, guys. You're going to have to watch like 15 minutes of a video of me hacking away at wax on a bottle. Here we go. Yeah. No foaming. No explosion. No gushing. I don't know. Maybe it's just certain beers. Maybe it really is that some people are storing improper. I don't know. This was purchased off of a warm shelf at a local retailer, so it has not always been cold, but I don't know. Store your beers cold when you can. I think that's the moral of gushing bottles. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably better off. So no surprise, this is a big, thick, dark Imperial Stout. It looks exactly like a big, thick, dark Imperial Stout should look. Thin head. Smells like booze. Yeah, there is a definite sharp bourbon note going on right off the top. It's pretty. I don't get any coffee. Again, I don't know the age on this, so coffee typically falls off fairly quickly out of barrel-aged stouts in my experience. So if this is, a year old or so, it makes sense that you wouldn't get any coffee. Yeah, a little chocolatey kind of note maybe, but I mean, it's bourbon. Like, roasty bourbon. Yeah, I don't get a lot of coffee, if any. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit there at the end. It's roasty. It's smooth. It doesn't have an alcohol kick to it, which might be slightly disappointing because of the kind of day that I've had and what I was kind of wanting to do, which was have a sharp bite of bourbon slap me upside the face. But it's definitely delicious. I tell you what, we can remedy that. This is rye, not really bourbon, but this should cure that problem right off the bat. Yeah, I mean, this is a really great beer, you guys. The smooth, I mean, I guess that's the lactose that I'm getting. The creamy kind of personality of the beer is not what I was expecting, but in a very good way. Yeah, it's like a smooth, chocolatey dessert of a beer. I don't really get that into kind of adjuncty stouts. Typically, I shouldn't say that. Pastry stouts. We'll just say it's pastry stouts. I don't get into pastry stouts that much. Not that they're bad, but it's just I'm never really in the mood for that. Something like this satisfies all of those kind of sweet stouts, sweet creamy stouts that the pastry stouts would be giving me, but doesn't have all that other stuff in there. So it's a really great beer. If you haven't been to Listermann's in a while, get to Listermann. They are getting ready to open their second location, the Trail House, very soon. There was an inaccurate news article that said they would have the doors open by Memorial Day. Never set a date if you don't know that that is an absolute fact. And they are not open, and it's past Memorial Day when you're watching this. So soon is what I'll say. They're opening soon, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a restaurant with a lot of push towards more traditional styles. So, excuse me, you'll see lagers and things like that a lot more front and center there, which I think is great. Listermann has a ton of lagers that don't get the recognition that they deserve, so it'll be good. And they're still going to make stuff like this, so win-win, right? One of those days. Prost.